Okay, so this week the species spotlight is on the white tiger. So it's actually a little bit of species spotlight and a little bit of Mythbusters. Because the white tiger, it's not a subspecies of tiger. It's actually not even an animal that would really be found in the wild. It's a genetic defect. And back in the 50s, the one white cub was found in India, and it was brought to the United States. And they had it at a zoo. They bred it with a normal colored female tiger, and they produced 3 litters of normal colored cubs. So they didn't know why the animals were white. So they bred it back to one of its daughters. So this white tiger cub was actually bred to his own daughter, and that finally produced white cubs. So it's a double recessive gene. So it's actually a very bad thing. It's not a healthy situation for the tiger, not a healthy situation for the species in general. But that's where all of the white tigers came from. And of course, going along with being so inbred would be things like cleft palates, would be hip dysplasia, would be any of the genetic defects that you wouldn't actually want to continue and you wouldn't want to leave in the species. So the white tiger is absolutely not a subspecies. It's not a tiger that lives in the snow. Quite the contrary, the white tiger was a Bengal tiger, so it was found in a more tropical area. They have since crossbred them with Siberian tigers to get the bigger white tigers that you see in magic acts and some of the performances. So white tigers, they're a bad thing for the species in general. We have very few tigers left in the wild. We have very few good genetic specimens left. And then for the ones that we have in captivity, for them to be inbred or to contain this recessive gene for the white tigers and to be partially Bengal, partially Siberian or Mauryan tigers, it's a very bad thing. Not a normal, good, healthy animal.
So when you see the animals that are performing, you see a nice, big, healthy white tiger. They actually had to go through a lot of tigers to get to that point. If you think of the ones that may be the wrong color, and of course you're still getting only one out of a few, out of 3 or 4, as many as 5 that are the right color, and then to be trained, you need to you don't just get one tiger and it trains and it's perfect in the act, or it looks just great, or is healthy enough to become an adult. So you actually go through a lot of tigers just to get the big healthy white tigers that you see on stage or that you see performing. And everybody loves the white tigers. They, unfortunately, even at Big Cat Rescue, Zabu is one of our most popular animals here, and most people just don't realize that they're not a healthy animal. They're absolutely not a representative of these animals in the wild. They don't even really exist in the wild. If you think about it, an animal with this kind of coloration would never have the camouflage it needed to survive as a cub. And then of course, if 1 in a million chance that one of these white cubs actually grew up to be an adult tiger, how would this white tiger ever hunt? How would it ever catch prey? The prey animals would see it coming. Here's this big snowman animal coming through the forest. So they're just not a natural animal, not something that would survive in the wild.
So white tiger's bad, and the tigers are the only striped cat out of the whole feline kingdom, and they're supposed to be orange and black. That's what they're supposed to look like.
So it's such a huge waste. So many of these animals are thrown away just to get those few perfect white tigers that everybody wants to pay to see.